Today is the first day, so I will first explain the basics for any newcomers. In future sessions, we will spend more time meditating. Most of us are nervous, anxious, unable to focus, and distracted. When calming our distracted, nervous, and anxious minds, mindfulness meditation, being mindful of inhaling and exhaling, is the most effective method. So since the olden days, it has been said that mindfulness meditation calms the mind. When our hearts burn with desire, we should practice the contemplation of impurity. The most common method is white skeleton meditation. That is, visualizing a corpse and realizing the impermanence and impurity of the body. We refer to the fury and hate in our hearts as krodha. When our hearts are full of anger, we practice compassion meditation. It enables us to see that all sentient beings are connected, that we are one. Through compassion meditation, our anger fades away. We are unwise at times. To be unwise is to be illogical. All things have causes and effects. We call this dependent origination. We feel wronged and angry because we are unable to see the causes and effects. So in order to become wise, we need to contemplate on dependent origination. Depending on the state of the mind, there are different meditations to calm the mind. Currently, most of us are nervous, anxious, and full of worry, which is why we are distracted and unable to focus. Mindfulness meditation enables us to calm the mind and focus by being mindful of the inhaling and exhaling of our breaths. So I plan to practice mindfulness meditation with you today. When the mind is burning with desire, mired in anger, or prone to ignorance, or when the mind is arrogant, nervous, anxious, or distracted, to practice is to transition these negative states of the mind into calm and positive states in order to become free from suffering. Excitement and pleasure are not helpful in trying to keep calm. They are simply factors which cause people to fall back into suffering. A calm state of mind free from any negativity and thus free from suffering is called nirvana. Next, we are always tense and constrained by all sorts of things. Only when we are free from any constraints can our minds be calm and at ease. This is called liberation. The purpose of practice is to experience and to attain nirvana and liberation. To achieve such a state of mind, the following are crucial. First, you must relax your body and mind. It is difficult to achieve nirvana when you are overly tense or lazy. So in meditation practice, you must first relax your body and mind. Even if you want to relax, you will probably tense up and cannot relax. Nonetheless, the goal is to first relax. So you should wear loose fitting clothes. Instead of tensing up, just relax. But when you are relaxed, the problem is that you will start to feel sleepy. I can already see people who are dozing off. That you feel sleepy means that your mind is dull and not alert. Also when relaxed, all kinds of thoughts and delusions arise. We fall into a daze, so just relaxing is insufficient. While in a relaxed state, we must focus. When we concentrate, we tend to become tense. When we try to concentrate unknowingly, our mind and body tense up. For example, a soldier on guard duty will become tense if he focuses too hard. We need to relax. But when we are relaxed, we fall into a daze again. Practice requires being focused while also being at ease. When the mind is calm, at ease, and focused on one particular thing, this is called samadhi, or concentration. The right meditation, or perfect concentration, is called samyak samadhi. It's not enough to be relaxed, calm, and focused. We must be awake. We must be alert and mindful. According to Sion Buddhism, the mind has to be completely alert. Being alert, maintaining clear awareness, is called sati, or mindfulness. Correct mindfulness or concentration is called samasati. Therefore, meditation, which consists of simply sitting quietly, is different from the meditation that is essential to practice. Meditation is not equivalent to practice. Meditation is one of the means of practice. The purpose of practice is to attain nirvana and liberation. We practice meditation as one of the methods to achieve nirvana and liberation. There are many types of meditations. Among them, mindfulness meditation consists of first, keeping the mind at ease, and second, focusing on the tip of your nose and being mindful that air is going out when exhaling, and being mindful that air is coming in when inhaling. At that point, the air coming in and going out cannot be seen through the eyes and cannot be heard through the ears. Then, can they be sensed through smell, taste, or touch? No. We must be mindful of the breath coming in and going out. When the breath enters and exits, the flow of air stimulates the body inside or at the tip of the nostrils or on the upper lip. We can be mindful of the breath coming in and going out through the contact of the air and the body. That is, we become aware through the sensations of our skin. We can be mindful of our breathing based on the sensations of the body. Thus, focusing and being mindful of the breath through breathing means that we are mindful of the breath through breathing, means that we are mindful of the sensations that arise from breathing. Once our breathing becomes soft and delicate, it is really hard to be mindful of the sensation. When being mindful becomes difficult, we either daydream or doze off. So the more delicate the breath, the more we should concentrate and be mindful. To be aware of our delicate breath is to be aware of our delicate sensations. At first, we notice the delicate sensation around the nostrils caused by the breath. Once the breathing softens, the sensation becomes delicate. When the mind is as calm, focused, and alert as to notice that delicate sensation, then we are able to be mindful of the delicate sensations arising throughout the body. Thus, being mindful of the breath. Thus, being mindful of the breath does not end at the breath. Being mindful of our breathing is a means of becoming aware of our sensations, and this, in turn, enables us to become aware of our feelings and ultimately of our minds. When we can maintain complete awareness of our minds, whenever negative thoughts or feelings arise, we can notice them right away, which diminishes the negativity. Thus, we are able to maintain our minds to be free of negativity. Mindfulness meditation is called anapana in Pali. It is the first step in being mindful of the body, the mind, the sensation, and the Dharma. To be mindful of the body, the feeling, the mind, and the Dharma are the four foundations of mindfulness, or satipatthana. Satipatthana is Vipassana, or insight meditation. So, the first step to achieving nirvana starts with mindfulness meditation. So, the most crucial thing is to practice mindfulness meditation by observing the breath, relaxing the body and the mind, focusing on the tip of the nostrils and being mindful of the inhaling and exhaling. Through this process, you can free yourself from distractions, anxiety, and nervousness. Okay, if you have understood the basics, there are some necessary preparations. It's hard to concentrate when there is noise from the TV or the outside. We become distracted by the things we see, hear, smell, and taste. So first, come time for meditation. You must find a quiet place in the room. Wear a loose-fitting and comfortable outfit instead of clothing that is irritating, tight, fitting, or sound-inducing. Place a seat cushion or a folded blanket on the floor. It's okay to just sit there, but some of you may feel unsteady when you try to straighten your back. In that case, place a seat cushion folded to about 5 mm thickness under your hips. Then you won't tip backward when you straighten your back. Now, you are ready for meditation. As for posture, do a lotus pose. In the original lotus pose, you place the left foot over the right thigh and place the right foot over the left thigh. Even when you doze off, only the upper body will sway. Your lower body will stay as firm as a rock. However, for beginners, this pose may be really painful, so it is not recommended. So instead of placing the left foot on top of the right knee, place it on the ground. Then, place the right foot on top of the left thigh, so only one foot is on the thigh. This is called the half lotus pose. Please sit in this half lotus pose with your back straight. For those who usually hunch over, the body will tense up upon straightening the back. Tension will hinder a person from focusing in a calm state. You must have a straight posture if you intend to practice deeply and for the long term. Incorrect posture, such as stooping, will make you more sleepy. Thinking weighs the head down, so as in Rodin's The Thinker, the head tilts to the side. Dozing makes the head tilt forward. Straightening your lower back and keeping your head up will make you less sleepy. Though you may still feel a little sleepy, it will also help you have fewer daydreams and thoughts. So do a half lotus pose with your lower back and your head straight. Gaze straight ahead and gently close your eyes. Then relax. Since you are relaxed and your eyes are closed, you feel really sleepy, right? With your body and mind at ease and your eyes closed, focus on the tip of the nostrils. Check to see if you are breathing or not. Normally, we don't even notice whether we are breathing or not. But when we check, we become aware that we are breathing or not. But when we check, we become aware that we're breathing. There is only one type of person who does not breathe. Zombies. A zombie does not breathe. A person who is alive, a person who is alive, a person who metabolizes, has to breathe. So by checking briefly, we can see that we are breathing. It is not someone else's breath, but our own. We can see that we are breathing. To breathe means that air is coming in and going out. Know that the breath is coming in when you are inhaling and going out when you are exhaling. This is not something we can see with our eyes. But we keep straining our eyes. The eyes are closed, so we cannot see. Stop straining your eyes. Be mindful of the sensation in your nostrils. Based on that sensation, be mindful of the breath that is coming in and going out. Do not strain your eyes or your ears. Know that the breath is coming in when you inhale, and that the breath is going out when you exhale. You should refrain from thinking of the breath coming in and going out. Be mindful of the breath coming in and going out simply based on the sensations that arise. Do not do it based on your thoughts. All thoughts are fantasies. They are afflictions. Being mindful of the breath coming in and going out based on sensation is the reality at this moment. Whether you live somewhere on Earth or on a satellite in space, if you sit down in a lotus pose and focus on your nostrils with your eyes closed, even the distinction between night and day disappears. There is no distinction among Seoul, Bodh Gaya, New York, London, Sydney, or Bangkok. Time and space disappear. Only the breath remains. The breath coming in and going out is the sole reality. They are fantasies. Whether you think of Buddha, Pomnyun Sunim, or the Dharma Talk you just heard, none of them is real. They are all afflictions. The only thing that exists in reality now is the breath coming in and going out. Practice is being mindful of this reality. But mental images and thoughts constantly occur in your head. When you think that you shouldn't think, that very thought arises in your head. So whether or not thoughts arise, do not pay them any attention. The fact that thoughts occur is our present reality. Let the thoughts be, just as the present reality is that there are noises. There may be traffic sounds coming from the outside. Even if we don't stop that noise, when we focus on our breathing, we won't notice the sound of the traffic. Similarly, do not pay attention to whether or not any thoughts arise. Simply focus on your nostrils and realize that the breath is coming in when inhaling and that the breath is going out when exhaling. Do not count your breathing. Do not think of the breath coming in and going out. You should just sense it, as we sense warmth when it's warm and coldness when it's cold. We should just sense the breath coming in when inhaling and sense the breath going out when exhaling. The mindfulness should be based on this sensation. It is easy at first. Why? Since we move a lot before meditation and need a lot of oxygen, our breathing is a bit rough at first. After a short while, as we sit still, our metabolism slows down. Our breathing also slows down, and we breathe more softly. At that point, if we lose our focus, we are no longer mindful. Then thoughts begin to arise in our heads, one after the other. Thoughts may come to your head, but you shouldn't follow them. Thoughts about your mom may arise, but they will disappear once you focus on your breathing. Thoughts about coffee may arise, but they will disappear when you focus on your breathing. Thinking about mom, visiting somewhere, and then drinking coffee. Being dragged around by one thought after another means you are caught in a delusion. Let's give it a try now. As you meditate, don't think about doing it well. That is also a delusion. Not wanting to meditate is also a delusion. Let go of all the thoughts of wanting to do well, not wanting to do it, thinking it's too hard. Be mindful of your breathing, the one constant. Instead of breathing in a particular way, just be aware that the breath is labored when it is labored, that the breath is coming in when inhaling, that the breath is going out when exhaling, that the breath is going out when exhaling, that It is short when it is soft. When it is soft, just be mindful of your breathing as it is. Looking at the ocean from the beach, whether the waves coming in are big or small, we are mindful of the waves flowing, ebbing, rising, or falling. It is not hard to be mindful. There is nothing you need to do. You just need to be mindful of what already exists. If you find it difficult to breathe, it means that you are making an effort to breathe. So let go of all efforts and intentions. Just relax. No matter how relaxed you are, you will inhale and exhale. Just be mindful of your breathing. No matter what thoughts arise, instead of following them, be mindful of the breath. I will stop here. Let's get started. When I make the announcement and strike the bamboo stick, we will meditate for 30 mai. It's up to you to keep the live broadcast on or to disconnect during the 30 men. Those who plan to disconnect because the streaming service uses too much data, set the timer for 30 minutes. If you choose to stay connected, you will hear me strike the bamboo stick 3 times after 30 mai. Now sit in the half lotus pose and straighten your posture. Straighten your lower back, lift your head up, and gently close your eyes and bring your hands together in front of you. Relax your mind and body. Focus on the tip of your nostrils. Check to see if you are breathing. Yes, I am breathing. The breath enters and exits through the nostrils. The breath going in and coming out stimulates the inside of the nostrils, the tip of the nostrils, or the upper lip. Based on that sensation, the sensation of the stimulus, we become aware that we are breathing, that the breath is coming in and going out. It's not the top of the nose. It's the tip of the nostril. Focusing on the tip of the nostrils, you become aware you are breathing, that the breath is coming in when inhaling and that it is going out when exhaling, and that the breath is long when it is long, and that it is short when it is short. You are just mindful. Just be aware that the breathing is labored when it is labored, that it is calm when it is calm. Let go of any intentions to control your breath, whether to lengthen it, to shorten it, or to slow it down. Just leave it be, and be mindful of it the way it is, no matter what sounds comes from the outside. Do not get distracted. No matter what sensation arises in your body, whether pain or itching in the leg, do not get distracted. You may feel sleepy, but do not lose the focus on your breathing and fall into a stupor. Thoughts from the past may arise, but do not get distracted by them. Ideas about the future may occur to you, but do not get distracted by them. Focusing on the tip of the nostrils, be mindful of the breath coming in, going out. If you lose focus of your breathing due to your thoughts, be mindful and try again. Be mindful of your inhaling and exhaling. When you lose focus, just try again and again. Do not reproach yourself for losing focus or get excited because you feel you are doing well. Do not try too hard or become lazy. Put your mind at ease. Put your mind at ease. Put your mind at ease. Focus on the tip of the nostrils and be mindful of your inhaling and exhaling. When you lose focus, focus again. How did the meditation go? If you were sleepy, please raise your hand. Who felt pain in your legs? Lost in thought. You forgot to observe your breathing, right? Yes, this is the reality, that focusing and staying aware of your breathing is difficult, shows that we are easily distracted. We are constantly lost in all kinds of thoughts. We need to let go of our thoughts and be present in the moment. But we are unable to concentrate since we always live in our heads. Many of you may fall asleep because you overwork and are constantly tired. If you feel sleepy when you close your eyes to meditate, it means that your body and mind are tired. Even with your eyes closed, you should feel alert. So, how did it feel to actually sit down and meditate? Please share your thoughts in the comment section, and I will take a look. Please post some comments. Shall I read the bottom ones first? My legs hurt. My legs hurt, my body aches all over. Why? Did someone beat you up? I was lost in my thoughts. And forgot about focusing on my breathing. My legs hurt after the meditation ended. My legs hurt a lot. I slept through the whole thing. I had too many thoughts. It was great. My back hurts. I feel sleepy. There are too many comments. I cannot read them all. A total of 3,300 people joined us online and meditated together. Please stop posting now. I can't read them all. Since my introduction is long today, I am unable to take questions. I am only able to review your comments. There are those who say they liked it. Others who say that they slept, that their legs hurt, that they had too many thoughts. It sounds like all of you meditated correctly. You may think that you did something wrong because you slept, your legs hurt, or you could not focus. But when you actually tried meditating, the reality was that your legs hurt. The reality was that your legs hurt. The reality was that you got lost in your thoughts. So, rather than meditating in your head, you actually meditated. It feels like you failed to meditate, but actually you succeeded. Because you actually tried it, you know it is very hard to focus on your breath. You feel sleepy because you are tired. You can't focus because you are used to always being distracted. All kinds of thought enter your head because you are constantly living in your head. You are not letting go of your thoughts and focusing on the present. It shows how you have been living. If you keep meditating, you will no longer feel sleepy. But the hardest part involves your thoughts. You keep making plans in your head. Those who keep thinking about the future tend to worry a lot. Those who keep thinking about past experiences, whether good or bad, tend to be unhappy. Although it is not always the case, whether they are plans for the future or thoughts of the past which enter your mind, that is natural. It is not wrong. No matter what thoughts arise, let them drift away like the sound of the wind. You must be mindful of your breathing. You must maintain awareness of the sensations arising from inhaling and exhaling. If you try too hard to concentrate, you will become tense. If you are relaxed, you will likely fall asleep. Maintain a keen awareness while being at ease. If you keep practicing, you will get there. Thoughts of COVID-19 or of various people you've encountered may arise. Regardless of any thoughts, sit cross-legged, close your eyes, and focus on your nostrils. If you maintain awareness of your breathing, the world will feel tranquil. It will feel like nothing is happening. In reality, nothing is happening. We are constantly worrying or recalling. Trapped in a dream, we are suffering and gasping for air. With that, we conclude this online meditation session. Now you can gather in your groups to share your feelings before you finish. How was your day? No matter how it went, whether it was busy, relaxed, or worried, at the present moment, they are all gone. They are all in the past. So tonight, I hope you can go to bed feeling relaxed. You fall asleep when you meditate, and you lie awake when you go to bed. When it's time to sleep, you should only sleep. When meditating, stay awake, and when sleeping, just sleep. If you can't fall asleep, lie there and be mindful of your breathing. Then, just like you dozed off today, you may fall asleep easily and quickly.